Good morning, everybody. So, a couple things. One, I fell asleep last night without ending the vlog. I'm sorry about that. I was just very, very tired. Two, I actually managed to leave my other camera with Emily. So, as of right now, she has my new camera at home with her. So, I'm having to use my old camera again. You could probably tell a difference in the quality. And three, a lot of stuff got done yesterday while I was at work that I didn't show you. So I will definitely show you that today. Kid just went by screaming out the car. But first, I'm supposed to have a package delivered today, so I'm gonna go over to the mailbox and check. Yeah, there it is. I'm glad this one wasn't stolen. Alright, so let's see what it is. Look at this! Air packets. Alright, so we got... It's like perfectly fitting in the box, I can't get it out, but we got another quarantine sign. This one I'm gonna put outside the garage, like right outside the door, which would be cool if I can get it out of the box. And then I also got some biohazard barricade tape. And this is gonna go like around or across the garage door up until Halloween night. Since people won't be able to see the inside of the garage until Halloween night, I wanted this to be able to kind of like give everybody a hint of what it's gonna be, basically. So yeah, it's awesome. I will definitely be putting these up today at some point. I have a lot to do today. But I ordered several other things online the other night at the same time I ordered these. They should be here within the next few days. So, things are happening. And let me show you actually what happened yesterday. Because while I was at work, my dad got the motivation to start doing stuff. So, let's go check it out. So yesterday he came out here and he put up the mausoleum. It doesn't have the ghost in it yet, but he just got the mausoleum set up. It needs some few repairs before we get it up and running. Plus, he put out the 2 zombies, as well as all the gravestones, and no offense to him, I do not like this layout of gravestones at all. So I'm going to be redoing these gravestones, just because they're all kind of like, they're all bunched in this one area, and there's like none back there, so I'll do that. But he also started in the garage, and I really wish that I had been here to record it, because that was the initial plan. Our schedules didn't work out. I had to work, and he didn't, so. So, there is the beginnings of the wall. It's gonna need a few changes made, because he forgot to leave room for some of the stuff. But I've got a few more pallets to break down, and then we can extend these boards all the way to the wall, which we'll probably be doing later tonight, and that side as well. But yeah, the only changes that have to be made is he forgot to leave a spot down there. I have a crawling zombie that's gonna be like coming underneath the wall, and he forgot to leave room for that down there. So one of these areas we'll remove the bottom panels, and that's where he'll go. I have space for the arms, like we can fit an arm like through here, and through here, up here, stuff like that. And the one thing that I'm glad that he remembered to leave a space for is, remember a while back I was showing you that little app I have on my phone of the eye going all crazy? He left a hole for that right here in the middle. So, that'll be going right there. The only thing is, I was thinking about actually, instead of just having that hole right there, front and center for everyone to see, I wanted to be kind of like a interactive sort of thing. So I was thinking about getting a smaller piece of wood that would go like around like that big, put some hinges on it, and have written on it, "Do not lift." And of course that would be an invitation for people to come in here and be like, huh, I wonder what that is. Lift it up, and then they see the eyeball sticking through. I just think that'd be kind of a fun little interactive sort of thing. But yeah, I'm very happy he got out here and helped me out with this, because I still wasn't entirely sure how I was going to do it. and he managed to figure out a way to do it. Basically what he did was, I was thinking of putting like support beams up and down like that, and basically building a real wall. But what he did, if we can squeeze around here, everything is a mess. Everything just got shoved over here. Basically what he did is he used these shelves that we have in here already holding stuff, and he secured the wall to the sides of these shelves. So these shelves actually are the support for the wall, which is a very cool idea and very frugal, I guess, to where we didn't have to go out and buy more lumber to run support beams and stuff. But yeah, so that's the beginning of the wall. Like I said, I just need to make a couple of changes, but things are coming together. So basically, I'm off all for the rest of the day. So I'm going to spend today breaking down the last few pallets to have the lumber to finish up these sides. I'll probably redo the gravestones out there, and then once it gets dark, I'll start working on some lighting. Because as of right now, the only light we have is still on the scarecrow, so today is going to be a busy day. Alright, so I got several more broken down, all ready to go. That should be more than enough to do the last two sides. I didn't vlog it because, let's face it, you've seen me break down pallets like a million times this year, so I figured if I skip this once, it's not a big deal. Next, I think I'm going to get out here and rearrange these graves because I am not a fan of the way they're currently set up. There we go. That's better. They're more evenly spaced. And I know these are crappy store-bought tombstones, but every year I'm gonna say I'm gonna make my own tombstones, and it never happens. This year I only had time to make that one, so I know the rest of them are crap, but they'll work for now. I just gotta get a couple of things to stand up that little one and this one, because the little stakes broke off. But while I was out here doing this, I noticed a couple of things that have me kind of aggravated. Lately, I've been seeing a new cat roaming around the neighborhood. It's a black and gray cat that I've never seen before. I don't know who it belongs to. I've seen him in the yard a couple of times, and I think that he is getting into our stuff. Because this is the worst of it. Right here, on both sides of this column, it looks like a cat most likely was using this as a scratching post, because you can see like the little claw marks going all the way through. That's annoying because it's very noticeable, and it's on that side and this side. Didn't get to this side, doesn't look like, which is good, but that's annoying because that's going to be a repair we have to do. I mean, I'll probably just have to go over it with some gray paint, but still, I mean, it's kind of aggravating. And then while I was over here doing all this stuff, I noticed that my groundbreaker guy here, which he's kind of old and falling apart anyway, but his arm, something got to his arm, and the cloth is all chewed up right here, and the foam on the inside is all chewed up right there. Which, I mean, that's easy enough to hide like this, and you won't be able to see that in the dark. But still, I mean, we've never had problems with, like, the neighborhood strays messing with our stuff. And now all of a sudden we are. Which is kind of annoying. So if you guys have any tips on how to keep animals away, especially with this, because, I mean, we could paint that, but who's to say that it won't start scratching it again? So if you guys have any tips on how to keep stray cats from scratching my stuff, let me know, because I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so now that I got the graves placed, I think it's starting to get a little bit dark. A little bit. I think I'm going to start working on the lighting stuff, because I took down the lights from over here that was lighting him, and I'm going to put them into the graveyard now so that all this will be lit up for tonight. So that's what I'm going to do. I got to run some extension cords and then do some playing around with it to figure out the best way to do it. Alright, so here's a start of the lighting. Just like last year, I'm alternating blue on top, green on bottom, green on top, blue on bottom on this side. And I got them pointed, but it's still a little bit too bright outside to know exactly where they need to go, so I'll have to do some adjusting once it gets darker, because I can definitely see there's way too much light here in the middle and not enough on the sides. So we'll take care of that once it gets dark. Oh hey, look at that, that's cool. Blue and green shadow on the wall. I'll have to work on that actually, because I don't want the light from there shining into the garage. It'll mess up that whole thing. Something I didn't think about. Alright, so it is much later in the evening, but I got my good camera back now, so I wanted to show you what we got done out here. For the most part, we focused on lighting, because it got to be too dark to really do much else. So, I got all of the cemetery lighting set. Pretty much just did the same thing we did last year. We have the blue and green on each side, kind of like crisscrossing across. It doesn't interfere with the flickering light on the porch at all. We did our best to keep the light from spilling onto the neighbor's house too much, because we don't want to disturb them or anything. Plus we hung up the new flying crank ghost. I'll show you that. Here she is. The motor's not hooked up. She's kind of just hanging here right now. But this is that new ghost that I got, when was it, like a week and a half ago or something? She looks a lot better than the other one I had. It was definitely time to retire the other one. We just couldn't, it was too dark to try and hook up the strings and stuff to the motor, so we'll work on that tomorrow. This graveyard always looks pretty awesome once these lights get out. Oh, and I got the little tea light candle going in my Nosferatu gravestone that I made this year. Yeah, it's cool, the mixture of the blue and green lights end up making everything look purple. And I just noticed that the green light's actually out over here. That's strange. I don't know why that is. I will have to figure that out at some point. And then, aside from the graveyard, we got this light over here mounted up, which, if you recall, a while back, I got that fire and ice light, and I could not figure out how to make it look good on the house. Like, no matter where I put it, it just looked terrible. So, decided to mount it up here, and this will actually only be turned on Halloween night, but this will light up the driveway, which is where the trick-or-treaters will come walking up to go to the garage. We've actually always kind of had issues with lighting the driveway area, so this actually works pretty well. Just hope that nobody walks up here and looks directly into that light, because it's pretty bright. So yeah, that's where we're at. We didn't really do anything else with the wall because it got to be too dark. We'll do some more work on that, but we still have a few weeks to work on that, so that should be fine. But yeah, things are coming together very nicely. It always looks like a stage back there with those lights. Alright, and with that, I'm going to call it for the night because I'm tired. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.